recording. Hello everybody. Field interviews. We're here at our place in Old Sacramento with Russell Cummings, the host of the Mahogany series, and El Cortez.
Hey everyone.
This is so Russell, can you tell us a little about the open mic and the Mahogany series?
Yeah, what's up, man? First of all, thank you guys for having me and talking to me and coming out and checking out Mahogany Urban Poetry Series. That's the official name. It's been going on for 25 years, and it was started by Kyrie Malik and some of the OGs, Amadou, Cleo, Cartel, all the OGs, and they started it a while ago at the location that is now Queen Sheba. So before that, it was Jamaica House and Sweet Fingers, and so with each iteration of that restaurant, they kept the poetry going, and it became a space where everyone knew, Wednesday nights was for poetry, specifically urban poetry, and our culture, giving us a chance to kind of express ourselves, where some of the other poetry projects or poetry rooms back in the day might not have been so inclusive or comfortable for us.
I can dig it. How did you get into hosting?
So I was asked, man. It's like sometimes I say it's lucky, but sometimes it's I try to put the effort into it as well to garner the luck, I guess you would say. But most of the things that I've been able to do in Sacramento, I was actually asked to do it. Like, so somebody saw me doing something dope and they asked me to be a part of their movement. And so I started to come to Mahogany, and I would sometimes, make jokes and, say certain things in between, acts or whatever, and basically just added to the vibes of the night from the crowd. And at that time, it was just two hosts, Kyrie and Insa'a. And one time Kyrie just asked me, hey, you want to host a night? And and it actually was helpful for him as well. So it was less burden on him because he was hosting 3 to 4 times a month at that time. And that's when we started to expand a little bit the hosts. A year after that, there was a host for each day or each week of the month, similar to Luna's or Silver Lining.
Nice. How do you find your features?
I go outside, man. I be outside. So for real, like a lot of poets were very cliquish, especially like before COVID. The Luna's poets didn't always come to Mahogany. Mahogany poets were not usually at the Sacramento Poetry Center. Sacramento Poetry Center poets weren't anywhere, right? and so, or the younger people would go to the most open mic at Soul Collective back in the Gap, or Penny for Your Thoughts back in the Gap. So it would be segregated in that way. And so I was me and Dante Palaio. I pride myself.
That's the second time.
This is why it's kind of crazy to me to not have a Sacramento Poetry Resolution, but that's neither here nor there. But we were the only ones that really frequented all of the spots. Me and Dante would go to every different poetry venue, and so we know all these people. We have relationships with these people. We know who's hot and who's not. I know who's a good literary poet at Luna's, or when like Tony took me out there to Davis to check out Dr. Andy. We're meeting those people. We know all these different poets, and so that's how I kind of compile my features. Nice. And then for now, Kyrie helps curate the shows now because we do it once a month. So before we had our own week where we'd curate our own show for that week. So now me and Kyrie kind of bounce off of each other and curate in that way. Yeah, so we curate together basically, but it's just like going outside,
That makes sense.
Kyrie don't be outside enough. Interview. That's why I gotta get him more poets. He don't be outside.
Yeah, I recall us hitting a few open mics too back in the day.
Yeah. You would come with me. I would come with you. You would also give us new opportunities.
Yeah.
Where I remember we were doing bars and all kinds of stuff, messing with Tony, man. So it's that openness to go to those new places and to meet those new people and to connect with different poets.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Pine Cove.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony, man, we've done stuff in the park. We've done stuff. We did that Charles Bukowski thing.
Oh, that was at the
Yeah.
old townhouse. I'm not
Yeah.
even sure what they're called now. But
Yeah.
Starlight Lounge.
Okay, John. So you said you were doing something over the weekend, right? Right. Yeah.
I'll shoot you. I'll text it to you.
Can you tell us anything about the poem you shared this evening?
This is my default poem. I saw that there was a lot of ladies in the building. People don't realize that, man. A lot of my shows there would be heavy lady influence. So that's what influenced me. So I say, as an artist, you do the poem or the set or the joke or the bit that you want to do to express yourself. As an entertainer, you do whatever's best to entertain the crowd sometimes. So I am an artist, but I'm an artist that wants to get paid and wants to grow my brand and truly entertain people. So maybe if this was like a normal open mic for me, I would just do what I feel and just express myself. But because I'm the host, I'm a part of the Mahogany team, I'm a curator. For me, this is more like I'm throwing this. And so I do want to have a certain level or standard of entertainment. So I do basically what the girls was going to like, because there's a bunch of girls. So I did Icarus today. Obviously, you guys didn't hear me, but I did Icarus today. That's Old Faithful, romantic poem. A lot of good analogies, and I like a lot.
That's a crowd favorite.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorites too.
It's easy for me to remember when I haven't practiced. A lot of times I won't be in poetry mode. I'll be in comedy mode. So if I'm not really focused, I'll do one of the defaults. I have like 4 or 5 defaults that I can probably say whenever without really practicing.
You're ready for anything, huh?
Usually, but I used to be better. You know that. I used to have way more poems that I could pull. I used to have maybe like 20, 15 at least at any given time that I could probably recite without, like, I usually recite without reading, right? So they used to be in there, and now they're not.
Compton's finest. I gotta get a picture of these brothers. 'Cause you guys are cool. You know
Yeah,
what?
these are the guys.
I'm a nut, but you know what?
These are the guys. Happy birthday, bro.
Get your family in there. Come on, can you get in there?
Look, I'm gonna come over here.
Get some of that. Get some of that right here, right in the hole.
Lord.
I damn near 60. Shit. All y'all younger than me. You guys made my birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday! You put me in it because I didn't ask for that.
Of course.
But you know what? Like I told young Mister in there, Mr. Lewis, I might be an old original, but the future is always there. You guys are doing what we did back in the day. I used to do poetry. Nobody knows that shit.
That's what's up.
Can you say your name? We're recording the interview.
My name was Adnan Omas.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, happy birthday.
You already see it, anonymous.
Yeah.
Adnan Omas. And I did poetry.
Whenever you're ready to come out of retirement, bro.
My sister Danita, her daughter does poetry currently.
Yeah, have it come through, man. We love your whole family lit.
Yeah. So we love the poetry. We intellectuals. We do what we do. We feel you guys.
Yes,
We're
sir.
never gonna deplete you. If we speak out, we speaking out in your face.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Because the spoken word is not hard to understand.
Right.
If you listen
if
to
done
it.
properly.
If you listen to it. No, if you listen to it. It's not done properly. It's if you listen to it.
Oh.
Because see, you guys speak what you say. I gotta hear it. Just don't look at me. I'm shut up.
That was great
I'm shut up.
stuff.
Because
I appreciate
I used to do poetry, and I was kind of quiet about it, but I let my nephews and my nieces do it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do comedy.
Yeah.
I let my nephews and nieces do it because see, I always take care of family.
I've been there.
I always take care of my kids, my sister's kids, my mother's grandkids. I was doing all that. I was the worker. The little baby girl who was talking that shit, I hear it. But I also understand that making sure the next generation is up forward. See, I got grandkids.
Yeah.
My
That's why I
oldest is
mentor.
17.
I mentor kids.
Yeah, my oldest 17. I had to give him a lecture last week. If you see something, don't run to it.
Yeah.
Step back and watch.
We got kids around the 18 to 21 year range. Man, that's when it gets tough, bro.
My oldest grandchild's 17.
Yeah, I'm glad he has you to mentor him.
Man, it's my 59th birthday.
I appreciate you,
I
man.
hope you appreciate the intro. I try to give the best intro, Steve Harvey intros. Man.
Hey, I love it.
Especially
I
for
love
you,
it, man.
bro.
I
You
love
know
what
what
you're
it is.
doing.
Your
I
shit,
love how you just
your
up there
shit was
doing
on
your
point.
thing.
Your shit was
Little
on point.
razzle-dazzle.
And it led
So
him
before it gets
to
cold, though, I'm
our
definitely
greatness.
come and get a hoodie. Yes, I got you.
These are MMA.
Yeah, Mr. Lewis, man, God mode. Check him out, Mr. Lewis, God mode.
Mr.
We're doing an interview.
Are you Mr. Lewis? What's your name?
M apostrophe S T E R Lewis.
I'm Dennis Lewis.
You feel me?
That brother down there is Kenneth.
Yeah. They were just telling me.
Yeah, we generation.
You got a new question for me real quick?
Two more questions.
Okay.
Just, what do you think about the open mic scene in Sacramento?
Definitely.
Indian blacks. And on my mama's side, we slave blacks. So we all of America. Fuck that shit. Y'all ain't heard me. You Mexican, you Mexican, but I'm a motherfucker. I'm that nigga right there.
But I appreciate the grind,
I'm
bro.
black,
I'm gonna be up there at the shop
African.
soon, man.
Yes,
I got some.
We're
I've
gonna
been
bang
in
out
some
this
Spanish.
interview real quick and get out of here. All right,
I've
both
been in
Mr. Lewises.
Spanish.
We're gonna bang out this interview real quick. And get to the
I heard
spot.
your poetry as well. Both of y'all was nice.
Thank you.
Definitely my fault.
We appreciate it.
Y'all do your thing.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Submit a poem.
My chauffeur is my brother. You know.
GTFOpoetry.com to check out the details. GTFO.
GTFO.
Got you.
GTFO. IG. All right, you want to ask a question again? What'd you say?
The question was, what do you think about the Sacramento poetry community?
What I think about the Sacramento poetry community.
Scene, open mics.
The poetry scene. Okay, so that's a little different. The community, I like the community. I love those people. They're very uplifting and positive to me. They're catty, to each other. They talk shit like all artists. But unlike some of the other scenes like comedy and whatnot, I think we're a little bit more uplifting. We will have a little bit more of a bond and a more of a fraternal kind of structure. But as far as the scene goes, I feel like it's getting a lot stronger. I feel like after COVID, it was really weak and sparse, and things that were around for a very long time, like Brick House, and whether it was Soul Collective, Mahogany, all those things in those places went away. Luna's went away or changed. So Luna's doesn't look the same even if you go to Silver Linings, right? A lot of these spaces aren't the same, or some of these people are in a different space. Like Dre T's no longer at Soul Collective, but now with Dre T and Camille's new spot, like on the off the way on J, with new spots like the one that Poetic Butterfly is curating, it's coming back in a new way. So this is like a new generation. So I feel like that was a clear cutoff of a generation, and that was an era, and that era is over to me, and now it's kind of a new era, which is cool.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, we got experience in the community.
Yeah. So the
New
people
blood.
that were new blood, we're now veterans and doing our own rooms, and it's cool to see.
Is there anything you'd like to add? That's the last question.
I would like to add that I'm still a poet. Poetry is still alive. I love that it's coming back. As a comic as well, I see the difference in the two disciplines. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. I see the difference in the two disciplines, and I also see the different reactions of the crowd. And I miss the poetry reaction, because it's all good to make people laugh, but there's still something special about lighting up a girl's eye. They're staring at you, you got the twinkle in their eye, or there's a couple who are, holding each other's hands, or whatever it is. That poetry vibe is a little different than comedy, and I have the ability to influence their emotions in a different way. So it's not all about making you laugh. I can make you feel however I want you to feel, and I miss that, and I like that, and so support me, man. Russell Cummings. I'm usually nice if you're nice to me. Disclaimer: if you're not, I will not be. But Russell Cummings Comedy is doing well. Black Cupid is my new thing that I did here at our place. That was erotic poetry. That was amazing. Sold out. It was amazing.
And you got a show coming up too, right? You're pushing it.
And the next show is Russell Cummings Comedy in September, and then Black Cupid will come around again in November. So these are different things that I'm trying to do to use all of my skill set, and that way, nothing gets stale. I'm not going to have a comedy show every month. I might have an event every month, but I'm going to use my skill sets to make those events different, something you can look forward to.
Renaissance man. Hardest working man in poetry. Thanks, Russell Cummings.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks
Thank you so
for
much.
spending some time with us and sharing.
Oh, the last thing I'll add is I'm the one who christened him Haiku Hitman. I'm proud of that. This is my guy. Show him some love. I'm proud of everything they do. Al's the new homie, man. If you rock with Tony, man, I love you just as much, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Awesome. Thanks, Russell.